young woman here, her name is Lauren Smith Fields, 23-year-old woman. And she's been found dead after she was meeting with an older white man that she had met on Bumble. You wanna put up the picture of Miss Smith Fields. She is 23 years old, beautiful young woman here. She was found dead after meeting this unidentified white male through the dating app Bumble. Now, what they're saying is that Lauren Smith Fields was found unresponsive in her Bridgeport apartment on December 12th after she met an older white man on the dating app Bumble. The man, who has not been named, reportedly contacted police about Smith Fields' death, and he was not detained for questioning. That's according to Westchester News 12 reports. Lakeem Jeter, that is Smith Fields' brother, says that he asked authorities about the man, but was told that he was a nice guy with no need to be investigated. Smithfield's father says the only contact that they had with police is with a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective. Now, this is something that a lot of people will often run into when they are members of marginalized groups and they are victimized. The fact is that when we have a potential perpetrator who may be white and male, it's often the benefit of the doubt, the nice guy tactic, the comment, the fact that this is a young Black woman who showed up dead, the thought that her life was less worthy of essentially the respect of justice, of finding out why she died. And I can tell you that her mother is very upset, and also her family members, they want to know why they're not getting answers. And we do know that there are people now speaking out. Councilwoman Maria Pereira says police owe Smithfield's mom an apology. She sent a really well-written email. It was lengthy, it was extensive, and it was very detailed. And I was shocked when she told me just yesterday she had not even received a response from the Bridgeport Police Department about the investigation that should be going on into their daughter's death. Now, Lauren Smithfield's family, they've even paid for an independent autopsy due to the Bridgeport Police Department's poor handling of the investigation. And this is what's being said. Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself, paid out of pocket, because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled. That's what Smithfield's father, Everett Smith, said. And the family is incredibly, as you'd imagine, devastated by this loss of their young 26-year-old family member. Smithfield's family says that she was a track star at Stanford High School and was taking cosmetology classes at Norwalk Community College, according to reports. She also ran a side business to help pay for school. This is something that hits me hard personally, because too often have we seen incidents where Black women, young women, are not necessarily receiving justice, where we can go missing, we can be murdered, and people do not care and people say nothing. And so the fact is that an investigation needs to be done. You cannot hear that this white man who called in her death is a nice guy. That's unacceptable. David?
Well, I'm here in Connecticut, and all too often I have seen police in Connecticut in several towns simply have this thing called white privilege, where if it's a white suspect, they give them the privilege of not questioning them, not doing a very thorough investigation, and just assuming, oh, this person, because the victim was African American, she must have died of a drug overdose or something that was their own fault. No, that is not how this case should be done. If this guy is in fact innocent, if the older white man is innocent, and if he is a quote unquote nice guy, then he will go to the end of the earth to try to help this family find out why did their daughter die. He will talk to police, he'll allow everybody to look at his record, he will go meet with the family himself and say why he was interested in a date with this much younger woman to begin with. He will provide every detail and answer every single question that they and their investigators have. In the meantime, the Bridgeport police, if they have any self-shame, they're gonna hold this man accountable, they're gonna do a thorough investigation, they're gonna talk to him, they're gonna talk to everybody who was in this girl's circle, and they will reassure the community, which clearly does not have any confidence right now in the Bridgeport Police Department. They will reassure that they're doing everything humanly possible to find whoever may have been responsible, if in fact there was somebody responsible for this death.
Absolutely, without question. The fact is that we know the studies, research, statistics shows that when you do have a Black female victim, that essentially the investigation, the sentencing of a perpetrator, all of the things in terms of how the system handles it it's done lackadaisical. that individuals may get, or more likely to get, slaps on the wrist, or it's not going to be investigated at all. And the fact is that this family deserves answers. Just coming to some conclusion that, oh, it must have been drugs, that's not only extremely insensitive, but highly racist. And this young lady deserves to have her killer, or the reason for the cause of death, to be determined in a way that is legitimate and reliable.